I'm Chantal Hinds. I'm a policy entrepreneur at Next 100, a startup think tank in New York City. I focus on issues at the intersection of the foster system and education in New York State, trying to improve educational outcomes for young people experiencing foster care. So at Next 100, I've been working on research about improving educational outcomes for young people in the foster system. My experience personally has been working as an education advocate for young people in New York City in the foster system. And over time, I just began to see the challenges that these young people were facing in terms of getting through school well, getting through to graduation, and ultimately going on to college if that's what they wanted to do. So when I came to Next 100, I really wanted to focus on improving policy around supporting these youth and these young people. And for me, what that looked like was this major project of centering the voices of people with lived experience, interviewing current and former foster youth, foster parents, and finding out what can our state be doing differently? What can our schools be doing differently? What can our agencies be doing differently to support the educational needs of young people in the foster system? Because we're not doing a great job right now. And in order to improve it, it's my firm belief that we have to ask the people who have experienced it.
Hi, my name is Milka Slater. I am 28 years old. I was in foster care for about 6 to 8 years, and I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
My name is Christina Young. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I currently reside in the Bronx, and I was in the foster care system for 7 years. I would like to describe myself. I would say that I'm a foster care alumni ambassador. I'm really into just fighting for foster youth rights after foster care. I'm a law school student, fun, outgoing, things like that.
What I find challenging about navigating foster care and school was ensuring that I had a stable home, a stable bed, communicating with my social workers about like the home, how is the foster parents.
I would say it was challenging. I would say like just navigating school, like understanding like schoolwork, especially being in a foster care system, you don't have a lot of like supports. So, you know, like as like family, right? Like you get someone to like do your homework with you if you're like having difficulties and things like that, like it's put on the youth itself, like not having enough support. So I would definitely describe it as challenging and difficult.
It's important for people with lived experience to share their stories because they're the experts. I think oftentimes in all parts of society, but particularly in the child welfare and foster systems, a lot of people from high levels without experience are making decisions about people's lives, and they don't actually know what it is to live that experience. So I think it's critical for people with lived experience to speak their truth, their experiences, and their recommendations for change, because they're really the experts on the issue.
So some of the supports I wish that I had while being in school was someone to just guide me. I would say, especially with like extracurricular like activities, tutoring, things like that, like just like an advocate of like the services that I needed. I kind of felt like in school I taught myself.
One way my school could have helped me while I was in high school is offer more mental health services like therapy. Also getting to know my talents, my aspirations, and matching that to resources where I can actually build upon that.
What I've learned from talking to people with lived experience about what our foster system needs to do different, what our education needs to do different, a couple of things come to mind. The first is training. From all the conversations I had with people who participated in these interviews and focus groups, the fact that school staff, the fact that even agency staff in some cases don't understand the foster system experience was top of mind for a lot of people. Number two is tutoring. A lot of people mentioned just having additional academic support, whether that's from the agency or within their schools, it was critical in actually helping them achieve their goals. Number three would be collaboration. A lot of people noted just how our education system, our child welfare / foster system, they don't communicate. And just ensuring that there's more communication between those agencies so that kids don't fall through the cracks, so that students get the supports they need, so that somebody is aware and paying attention about what they need, about the credits that they've accumulated, about the credits they still need, and is what's happening at home showing up in school and vice versa, and how can we really put wraparound supports around the student.